Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the I Am CDB project. Of course, I'm your host, CDB. You are not. And today I'm going to do a head shave with the HeadBlade and HeadSlick, because I saw a question in one of the head shaving forums with respect to using this. And I'll tell you where it shines, in my opinion, and that is in speed. Now, of course, I'm not going to go super fast here, but if you're looking for a quick, good head shave, the HeadBlade Moto I really like a lot. This case is separate. I bought it to, just use it to travel with. The HeadBlade, I think, really distinguishes itself from other head shaving type razors in the fact that you can, you can kind of zip along and get a good head shave pretty quickly. Do be careful around the ears, because that you can still cut yourself, don't get me wrong, but this guy, it feels intuitive to use once you've used it a time or two, and so you can just kind of zip it along. The HeadSlick is really outstanding. It's good on its own. It's great to boost a weak lather if you're using a traditional soap. It lathers. You can use it like a regular lathering soap if you want, or you can just slap it on your head and rub it. It is very slick. It does a great job. I'll always buy this HeadSlick because it's excellent, and when I'm in a hurry or I just want to boost a weak lather, it does an excellent job. All right, let me wet the dome and get started. Stay tuned. All right, so what I'm using here in my brush is the HeadSlick, and I don't know if you can see, I don't think the sheen really ever comes over well on these videos, but this is really good stuff. It's as good as any traditional soap in my view. I know that's blasphemy in the wet shaving community, but it just works incredibly well. There's a little menthol in there, or a cooling agent that provides a little cooling. It is really, really good stuff, the HeadSlick. And so here we go with our HeadBlade, and we'll start working from front to back. And you simply put it in your hand like so, and roll that way with it. And where it shines again is just ease of use. It's really easy to use, and you can do it quickly if you want. Again, I do recommend that you use caution, particularly around your ears or any bumps you might have. The reason that I'm more of a fan of cart blades is because when you use a DE razor, what you'll notice is on the curvature of your head, it's only in contact with a little bit of your head at the time, say an inch or two of the blade in the middle at the most. Now, some of these carts, the blade flexes a little bit, like the Schick Extreme 3. So you can actually use a little force, and it actually bend and will make better contact with your head. I also find the cart blades, for me, generally make better contact, stay in better contact with my head than DEs. Although I do try to use DEs a couple of times a week, they don't work quite as well for me as carts, generally speaking. All right, let's press on. And again, if I were really trying to get a quick shave, I mean, I could do so, but since I'm trying to tell you about the product, it's not as quick, of course, as it could be, but make no mistake about it. The HeadBlade is very easy to use, and it'll give you a good head shave quickly. All right, let's, again, be careful around those ears, and I can't say that enough because of the times I've cut myself while head shaving, it's mostly been on the ear or somewhere there around the ear, so that's the way it typically goes. All right, there is a nice first pass. Stay tuned, we'll come back for pass 2. All right, and here we go, pass number 2. That was outstanding. To a friend of ours in the community, David Rojo. At least I hope that's how you say your last name. He's been considering shaving the dome, sort of on the fence about it. And here's what I would say to David. If you're confident, if you're not somebody who's, neurotic or worried about what people think all the time, there's really nothing to lose. You might find you really like it. And if you don't like it, you can always grow it back. If your hair is thinning and you're self-conscious about it, you know, shaving it might be the way to go. Nobody can make the choice for you. But I will say, you know, initially it will be a stark change for, you know, the people that are around you, because they've known you with hair your whole life pretty much. For folks who've never met you, they won't think anything of it because that's just the way you are. So I've been shaving. In March, whenever my anniversary date is, I will have had 363 shaves, head shaves in, because I missed 2 days since I started. And I will say I don't regret it a bit, not even a little bit. And, you know, that said, no one can assure you that you're going to feel the same way. Initially, it will feel odd. People who know you will look at you and maybe crack jokes. And so if you're good with that, then go on and try it and see what you think. If it really bothers you, what people think, or if it worries you, then, you know, maybe use a little more caution. I'd love to tell you, you know, just roll on in there. It's going to be the best thing for you. I happen to believe personally, this is just my own opinion, that there's nothing more vain than drugs, plugs, and rugs. So when nature decides, or when nature begins deciding to give you that horseshoe, which I heard someone refer to the other day, which is absolutely correct. That's what was going to happen to me, that horseshoe. I just decided, you know, nature made the decision, and I just decided rather than to get to the horseshoe, let's go ahead and do something about it. And so if you feel you're getting to that point, or you just want to try something new, as long as you're willing to, you know, go through the initial comments and, you know, what happened to you? Did you lose a bet? Or, you know, all the silly things that friends and people will say, then go for it. If it really concerns you what people think, to the degree that you're going to lose sleep over it, I'd say don't. But generally speaking, I think most of the guys that I've known who have done this have been happy with it. You may not be. No one can make that guarantee, but if you do it, just commit to it and, you know, let it be and see how it goes. All right, excellent second pass. Stay tuned. We'll come back for pass 3. All right, here we go for pass 3. When I first shaved my head, I had some, you know, a few good friends of mine say they didn't like it at all. No, it's a terrible decision. Of course, it was before spring, and I was white as the driven snow, as I am now. It definitely looks better when you have some color, I'll tell you that. But that did not bother me. I said, well, you're entitled to your opinion. The only person's opinion that really matters on the issue is you. It's your head. And if you don't want to walk around with the horseshoe, or getting to the point where you're the horseshoe, and you don't want drugs, plugs, and rugs, then, you know, you can empower yourself to make that decision as you see fit. It really is up to you. So don't allow yourself to be pressured into it. But then again, it really, I can assure you that after a month, 2 months, it's not a big deal whatsoever. People get used to it. It becomes you. And since shaving my head, you know, I received a lot of, initially, you know, some people, both viewers and people that are friends of mine, were taken aback and so forth. But then over time, they're like, you know what, that's you. That's you. I like that better. So even if you don't think it's the best fit initially, over time, you might find that it becomes you. And so there is my advice. Go for it if you're willing to commit to it and suffer the initial, you know, wise ass remarks and so forth. But don't worry about it. It's nothing to lose sleep over. Let's go the other way a little bit while I'm rambling on. And the best thing is, you don't have to worry about getting up and fixing the hair. You just take a shower, you slap some aftershave on the dome, and you go. You shave it, of course. But if you enjoy, you know, the shaving, I think you'll find that, you know, it gives you a lot more surface area to shave. It is a little bit more difficult, to be sure, because of all the contours and so forth, but over time it really becomes second nature, and it just feels right. So there you have it. Stay tuned, we'll come back with the post. All right, and normally we'd slap some Thayers on, but I'm going to take a shower, so I'm going to apply this after the head shave, as well as throw in a little essential oil of lime. Final thoughts on the head shave, especially for Mr. Rojo. If you like feeling your face after the shave, and you rub your face throughout the day, as many of us do who get a great shave, you're going to love rubbing your head throughout the day. Trust me, you will do it. You will enjoy it, and I doubt there's a single head shaver out there that will say they don't. And throughout the day, you'll feel it, and you go, man, that feels great. So there's another benefit, albeit a small one. If you like this, you will love this, trust me. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. You're not.